Bonsoir à tous, bienvenue sur le plateau Equinox Soir, votre décryptage quotidien de l'actualité de lundi à vendredi entre 19h et 21h. L'article 243 de la loi 2012/001 du 19 avril 2012 portant code électoral est clair en son alinéa 1. Les conseillers régionaux sont les délégués des départements élus au suffrage universel indirect et les représentants du commandement traditionnel élus par leur pairs. Si, dans la partie francophone du Cameroun, l'élection des représentants du commandement traditionnel ne semble pas, a priori, poser un problème, tous les indicateurs, par contre, pour ce qui est du même processus dans les régions nord-ouest et sud-ouest, signalent le rouge. Et pour cause, le conflit dévastateur depuis bientôt 3 ans dans cette partie du Cameroun n'épargne personne. Perte en vie humaine, déplacement des populations vers les zones relativement calmes, comme les régions francophones et le Nigeria voisin. Cet exode massif a également permis que certains gardiens de la tradition quittent leur terre. Après plusieurs années de villégiature, ils sont allés solliciter l'accompagnement sécuritaire des pouvoirs publics le 19 août dernier pour un retour dans leurs chefferies respectives, et ce, dans la perspective de l'organisation des prochaines régionales. Madame, Monsieur, tout à l'heure à 20h, c'est une fois de plus la grande édition d'information présentée par l'étoile Julien Berthe Bissaï. Tout de suite après, le débrief du journal et tout de suite, le fait du jour. Élection régionale, quel représentant du commandement traditionnel dans le nord-ouest et le sud-ouest. Pour en parler, nous avons invité en plateau ce soir nos compatriotes d'expression anglaise. Ils sont là, je vais les présenter. Je vais commencer par Barista Tamfou. Il est du Mouvement pour la Renaissance du Cameroun. À côté de lui, Prince Joël Moukage, journaliste. Robert Kedia du Rassemblement démocratique du peuple camerounais. Et Barista Kama Limene. Kama Limene, je commence par vous. Dites-moi, pourquoi il y a ce qu'on appelle en français un démantèlement? Est-ce qu'il y a un démantèlement de l'autorité traditionnelle dans le nord-ouest et le sud-ouest?
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Sechalen Otu. It is obvious that the traditional rulers in the northwest and southwest region, majority of them, left their area of command for reasons that we all know. The security situation is extremely bad, and you know, in life, you are the first person, you are the guarantor of your own life. And so most of them discovered that their lives were very insecure. Reasons why they left their villages to other regions. And most of them, you find them in Douala and Yaoundé. And so I can tell you with real confirmation that majority of them left the chiefs, left the fondoms or the chieftaincy titles behind and went to other regions in search of peace.
Ok. Voilà, Prince Joël Moukage, ce départ des... Quand on sait ce que représente un chef dans ces sociétés-là, comment comprendre que des jeunes qui puissent faire partir cette autorité-là qui représente pour beaucoup dans les traditions de l'Ouest et du Sud-Ouest? Comment on en arrive là, à faire partir un chef?
The first thing is in the Northwest region, for you to become for you to become a traditional ruler, it is hereditary. It means you must have royal blood. You're somebody who comes from a royal lineage, and then if maybe your father had so many boys, once your father goes, because in the Northwest they call it that you've traveled. Once your father travels, because your fund doesn't die, once he travels, there is this aspect that the notables, the sheikhs sit together and decide to come up with somebody who takes over the mantle of command. But in the southwest region, it may be a bit different. It may not actually be hereditary per se, because at times it goes more of, because you know the southwest is closest to the littoral and it's like sour. At times there are different ways that they get achieved. But in the northwest, it is strictly hereditary.
Oui.
But now when you look at what is ongoing now, Serge, in the northwest region, like in the southwest region, is, I don't know if I'm already going too far, but you will discover that it is because most chiefs have abandoned their cultural heritage and are more of politicians. And because there are more of politicians, because let me tell you authoritatively, there are chiefs still today that irrespective of what has been ongoing in the northwest and the southwest region, nobody has touched them. They are still in their chiefdoms.
Ouais.
But
Donc
because
vous voulez nous dire, il y en a quand même qui n'ont pas bougé.
there are chiefs who are there. I can
On
cite
veut
so
comprendre
many examples.
pourquoi eux ils n'ont pas bougé.
No, because they have the love of the people. The people feel that they are not politicized.
Oui.
We are living in an era whereby chiefs come up. Let me give you an example. In 2013, I was in Donga Mountain when elections were going on. We actually did see traditional rulers threaten their subjects that if you do not vote for this political party, and at times there are so many things. I would not want to, rather like want to put a particular political party to tax, but we saw chiefs who told their subjects, if you do not vote for this or this person, and they know. Once you don't vote, they know. So that is why you discover that a majority of those who have gone out, let us tell the truth, Serge, are those who at one time abandoned their people. When I say abandoned, let us be honest. If the people get up and feel that they have been marginalized, the first person to have noticed that their people have been marginalized should be a chief. Because a chief should obviously notice that maybe there's no good road in his village, maybe there's no good school, maybe the pipe and water is not the best. But when you see a chief who comes up, he is the first. We did investigations and reports. So we discovered that there were chiefs. I have a friend. I'm speaking authoritatively because I like saying my things with a lot of confidence. I have a guy who was taken to a palace and was severely beaten. The chief sent people to go and get him. What the chief gave as a reason was the fact that this said guy works with the separatist fighters and that they will flog him until he tells the truth. When they flog you and you don't tell the truth, they hand you to the authorities. So these are some of the chiefs who have lost the confidence of their people, who are now running away from the people. That is why the real ones, the real chiefs, who know what they should do, are still in their fondoms, are still in their chiefdoms. They have not left because they have not embraced politics.
Voilà. Barrister Tamfou, je vous pose la même question. Qu'est-ce qui explique donc que certains aient pris la poudre d'escampette tandis que d'autres soient restés? Lui dit que c'est le fait qu'ils ne se soient pas ingérés dans les affaires politiques. C'est votre point de vue également?
Yes, exactly. I share same view with him. You know, we have fondoms in the northwest and chiefs in the southwest. The way it is organized, for example, in the northwest, we hold our funds with very high esteem. We know them to be the custodians of the traditions. So when a chief, do you even know that in some of the funds in Bamenda, you have a mini court, I can put it, where you have
Still exist.
land disputes and you go to the chief, it is settled, and you see both parties will be satisfied with what the decision that the fund has taken. So if you see some of the funds who have left those regions, there are those who have been injected with some political thinking, or their consciences have been brought up maybe with finances and all the like. We remember when the Anglophone crisis started in 2016, that it really took the boom. Those chiefs were still there. They saw their subjects going out to demonstrate peacefully. But those who had political lineage with the ruling government saw that when the events were unfolding, thought it wise that their security was not more guaranteed. And a majority of them are living in the northwest and living in Douala, Yaoundé, and very few in Bamenda, because even Bamenda is not safe to them. But you still have some funds, like the fund of Mancon. He's still there.
Fondement il est sur place.
Exactly. So you still have some
Mais Fondement fort de tête, c'est le RDPC, non?
Yes, but you still have some funds.
Donc ça ne tient donc pas l'explication que vous donnez.
It is still holding. There are some funds who still have their authority.
Il est même vice-président du RDPC.
But he's living in town.
Voilà. Qu'est-ce qui explique donc que le fonds en fort de tête soit sur place alors qu'il est vice-président du RDPC?
The conflict within Bamenda is not the same that you see, for example, somewhere like in Bafut.
Yes.
Or in.
La différence c'est quoi?
the tension or the armed conflict in those villages that I'm just citing, like Bafut, Wom, and those areas is very tense. Maybe the armed separatists have a good representation there, whereas in Mancon, which is like the headquarter of Bamenda, the governor is there. At least the atmosphere is not as tense as compared to the other villages or departments. What I want to make you observe is that there are still some funds, very few, especially those who are living in the urban cities. But all those who are in those rural areas, like for example, my village in Garum, other villages like Tumbo, they have left because the separatists have taken grounds there. So, and the funds see themselves being threatened by those armed men. So, and when you are in a village and you see your fund living, meaning that you yourself, you don't have a place to be there. So you yourself, you have to go, because if the fund exactly. So voilà. And it is really a shame.
Alors qu'il doit être le dernier à quitter le navire.
Exactly. So if he's the first to go,
s'il est le premier à partir, il y a un problème.
Exactly. So you should understand that if he's the first, you yourself, you have to look for a way as well to go. But it's regrettable because we are living and we are happy to sit on TV screen and make mockery of ourselves. I looked at the subject. Elections, regional elections.
On fait d'abord l'état des lieux. Hein.
Yes. Okay.
D'abord l'état des lieux.
Yes. To me, I say we should be serious.
Oui. Voilà.
We should be serious because we know that our funds are living in town.
Ok. Voilà. On termine avec Kedja Robert. Kedja Robert, vous avez suivi, tout le monde dit que ceux qui sont partis là, qui ne vivent plus dans leur, chefferie, c'est tout simplement parce qu'ils sont, il y a des accointances avec vous, votre parti, le RDPC. Qu'est-ce que vous leur répondez?
Wayne, greetings to you, greetings to your TV house for hosting this debate, which we have only English speakers talking. I'm really happy about that. Greetings to all Cameroonians.
C'est moi qui suis marginalisé ce soir. Hein?
That's it. And greetings to all Cameroonians viewing us in the country and all over the world. You see, we are talking about our chiefs, and we should be very, very honest when we are saying this. When we say almost all of them, no, that is being biased. Why do I say so? We have divisions that almost all their chiefs are there, and some of them that are not there, I will give you reasons why. You go to Mezam, you go to Ndonga and Mantung, you go to Fako. I should not even be naming all of them. They are there. Majority of them are there. We should be honest. Now, chiefs that are not there for two reasons, which there are few. We have chiefs that are not in their villages because they are administrators. We have chiefs that are medical doctors, that are professionals, that they are out of the village to do their functions. And we have chiefs, honestly, few of them, that are out because of the crisis. So we should be honest, but the truth is majority of them are there. When we start to say that most of them, we know we have third class chiefs, we have second class chiefs, and we have, Now let's talk about the major ones, the first class chiefs. How many of them are not in the Northwest region? Should we, when I start to sign now, you say it's because they are in of the CPDM, but the truth is they are there. So we should be able to analyze all these things and talk with them. And we should not, anyway, when we go detail, I'll explain to you, because some people think that when the minister says that chief should go, it's just because of election. But during the program, I'll explain more.
Il y a une autre raison. Pourquoi seulement maintenant?
Pardon?
Pourquoi c'est seulement maintenant que
no,
le ministre Tangaji?
The minister Tangaji is the No, we just had a major national dialogue. Oui. And we are talking about reconstruction.
Ça fait un an,
I am talking about reconstruction coming up. And most of these chiefs are desperately interested to go back because of reconstruction. And there are many other reasons. We should not capitalize it that it's only because of election. Because I've realized that most political parties or analysts, they have this aspect of maybe criticizing to an extent so that people should clap that they have spoken well, whereas that is not the reality of it. So most of them are going back for reconstruction and election. We should not capitalize it that the Minister Paul Atanganji says they should go back just because of election.
Ok. Barrister Kamwa, je vous ai vu. Vous voulez à tout prix rebondir à la suite de Kedia Robert.
Oui, je vais parler un peu en français pour au moins pour donner le respect aux auditeurs francophones.
Oui, allez-y.
La première chose, c'est, mon co-panéliste vient de vous dire que la majorité de 7 chefs sont chez eux et il a compté que 3. Vous comprenez? Donc, il a dit à Mankon, il a dit à Fako, il a dit encore à Ndonga Mantou. Donc, ça veut dire que lui n'a pas bien apprécié la situation. Donc, si ces chefs n'avaient pas quitté les lieux de commandement, le ministre Atangadji n'aurait pas demandé que ces chefs rentrent au village. Et quand on prétend que c'est parce que certains sont des administrateurs, certains sont des docteurs, vous comprenez, c'est assez faux. Parce que la majorité de ces chefs ne sont pas des administrateurs, mais ils ont quitté les villages. Même mon propre village, mon chef a quitté. À cause de quoi? Simplement à cause de la sécurité, l'insécurité. Donc, la vérité, c'est, comme a si bien dit mon co-panéliste, Moukake, certains de ces chefs ont embrassé la politique. Ils ont embrassé RDPC, contre la volonté de leur peuple. Et donc, ils ont créé un désaccord entre la chefferie, entre les chefferies.
Barrister, comment comprendre donc le cas? C'est vous-même qui avez évoqué la présence du fondement qu'on a, Gofford de Tad.
Oui,
comment comprendre il est vice-président du RDPC. Pourquoi lui, il a
pour des raisons, il est là pour des raisons. Premièrement, son zone de commandement n'est pas une zone vraiment en danger. Voilà la première chose. Deuxième chose, c'est que...
Donc il bénéficie de la sécurité.
Oui. Deuxième chose, c'est que c'est un monsieur honnête. Même étant à RDPC, il a toujours dit... il a toujours dit ne pas prendre certaines positions. Vous vous rappelez, il a intervenu dans des causes que vous le voyez, il était objectif. Il n'a pas dissocié avec son peuple. Et ce n'est pas maintenant qu'il est membre de RDPC, comment dirais-je, qu'il est un grand membre de RDPC. C'est depuis. Donc, cette raison, c'est lui, il est avec son peuple. Et deuxième chose, c'est parce qu'il est dans une zone un peu plus sécurisée.
Comme Chief Moukate, hein?
Bien sûr.
Moukate est là.
Yeah, the thing is, Serge, when I listen to my friend speak, I understand where he's standing from. You know, he's representing a political party and he has canons and lines to toe. So it's very normal to me. But the issue is, let us be honest. You know what has killed Cameroon? I keep saying it every day, is lies telling. Yes, it's the fact that somebody sees a snake and calls it a rope until the snake ends up with its venom. That's the issue with Cameroon. You cannot compare Fon and Guafo. You see, I like saying my things with evidences. The traditional ruler in one small village in the southwest that you are bragging with, in the southwest, in Ekiliwindi, I see him in Susa every day. I'm with him. He told me, Prince, there's no way. He has nothing. He had to live with his people. You cannot compare Fon and Guafo, who has an état major, he has an entire equipe, with one chief maybe in Chonge, in Akwaya. You should have told me that the chief of Manfe is in Manfe. Not Fon and Guafo, not Fon Mukete, not the Fon Ibrahim Jabu of Kambe, whom I know very well. You are citing personality. No, you're citing personalities. You're citing personalities who have security. But you should have been telling me that, okay, the Fon of Balangi is still there. The Fon of Manfe, where the mayor was killed, is still there. You should be telling me that maybe the Fon of one remote village is still around. But we know that all of them have left. So Tetla chiefs are not chiefs, according to the CPD.
You see?
It means they are not chiefs, because we are saying something here, says that I am saying that all the chiefs, those who are still in the northwest and the southwest, except for these big names he's mentioning, are those who have the confidence of the people. Not that they are working in partnership with the people. Somebody should not misquote me. It's not as if they are actually supporting the killings, the lootings, and the everything. No. It is just that they have stood their stance. No to politics, no to separation. They just feel that what they inherited as a custodian. I remember in Banso at one time, when their chief, something happened in the palace, the people came out that you don't joke with our chief. The people, not the military. It means that the people have identified with him. But when you look at, in these other chiefs that he's citing, these are CPDM big guns, who do not only benefit from protection of the CPDM, they also benefit from other things. I want to tell you very simple that these are people that before you even go 10 meters close to their palace, they are already aware, and Yaoundé is even aware. You will not be comparing them with people who are risking their lives in these areas. I will not be citing chiefs and putting them in danger. I know so many of them who are no longer in the Northwest and the Southwest. And the reason is simple. It's the fact that they embrace politics. Like I said before, I've seen chiefs who have campaigned. If you wanted, I did not want to go there. I've seen chiefs campaign for the CPDM. Not one or two. They come and they tell the people, if you don't vote for CPDM, we will not. That we have this because of the CPDM. And I start asking myself, I asked one chief one time, that if the government of Bia gives a secondary school that's transformed a secondary school to a high school, is it because of the CPDM? So a village should no longer have a secondary school if there are no CPDM. It means for a village to have a road, the village should be CPDM. If a village should have a high school, that village should be CPDM. If we should have pipe-borne water, we must be CPDM. Then tell all of us to forget that there is opposition in Cameroon. Let us align with the CPDM and they start giving us everything we want. Because if our chiefs should say that they are against certain things, that they want to respect the customs and traditions that they inherited. Like Barrister was saying a while ago, says, when I grew up, some of us who had the opportunity to grow up in the royal house, we saw the authority that chiefs have, that I've seen them lose. Chiefs used to come to a village, and the first thing is, the chief should know who you are, who you have come to visit, how long you stay. It's not the case today, because chiefs have been politicized. Chiefs used to have a small palace, a small courtroom, like he put it, whereby when you came in, they judged you. Even if that case goes right to court, it comes back. Because what the chiefs gives, or what the chiefs gave at then, really had value. But because of the regime of my friend there, everything has crumbled. If you're not with the CPDM, then forget about it. That's just the truth.
You see, when they contradict themselves, there is a crisis, right? Who are those that are more vulnerable? Are they those of the CPDM that are running the way, or those that are not with the CPDM? How come that we are saying that those that I'm citing are of the CPDM and
I don't think that's the point of the debate.
That's not the
sorry,
point of the debate. We've not even gone into the debate.
Yeah,
we've not even gone into the debate.
Non, il faut pas quitter hors sujet.
On n'est même pas dans le sujet du débat. On est dans une briefing.
Mais ne dis pas
quand même, laisse-moi m'exprimer quand même. S'il vous plaît, s'il vous plaît.
Allez-y, Robert.
When they start to talk about this, I'll talk about first-class chiefs that are there. When I talk about first-class chiefs, if I ask them to name me 5 first-class chiefs that are not there, they will tell me that I am talking about first-class chief, a second-class chief not there. If I go to second-class chief, they will go to third-class chief, and that's how they do.
And chiefs, not chiefs.
The turning round. I have said that chiefs are there, and I acknowledge the fact that few are not. But when you say most, majority is wrong. And I still go further to say the few that are not there, some of them are professional. We know numbers of chiefs that are from the Northwest region that they are in Europe. They are out of the regions. So they are supposed to come back for the election. It's their legitimate right to franchise. They are the ones to come back to ensure that reconstruction takes place back in their villages. So why should we generalize everything to say that some of them
Mais
are
vous êtes au courant de la réunion du 19 août que dit Herbert, la rencontre avec le ministre Paul Atangandji. Qu'est-ce qu'ils sont allés chercher là-bas auprès du ministre Paul Atangandji?
One, they are auxiliaries of the state. And under the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atangandji, which has fought a lot for the unity and the fight of the, which I praise him a lot, they are his auxiliaries. And anytime Minister Paul Atangandji has the right to call his auxiliaries to discuss with them. Why should the minister call for his auxiliaries and it becomes a big problem? No, he can call them at any time to discuss with them. The same as you call the Joe or any other auxiliary to discuss with them at any time. So when he calls for them, people should not get their own interpretation and make things. There are many reasons they discuss. There are many things they discuss. It was not only based on election. It was not only based on reconstruction. There are many things that he always calls them to discuss. So we should not just frame everything and just put it in our own way. No. And I still say it. The chiefs are there. Few are out because of their profession, some because of the crisis, and the rest. So okay. Be honest.
Barrister Tamfo, cette réunion du 19 août dernier, les chefs chez le ministre Paul Atangandi, on pense que c'était parce que le scrutin régional approche.
Vraiment, moi, quand je suis, parce qu'il faut défendre un parti politique, se rendre ridicule. Quand j'ai lancé, quand j'ai appelé le nom Mancon, je savais où j'allais. Oui. Vraiment, soyons sérieux. Quand tu prends la région du Nord-Ouest, il y a combien de départements? Tu cites 2. Nous avons plus de 6-7. Tu prends la région du Sud-Ouest, il y a combien de départements? Il y a combien d'arrondissements? Vraiment, soyons sérieux. S'il n'y avait pas de problème, pourquoi est-ce qu'il est convoqué? Pourquoi est-ce que les chefs allaient voir le ministre pour lui demander vraiment, nous avons besoin, s'il faut retourner.
Lui, il dit que ce n'est pas pour ça qu'ils sont allés.
Non, soyons sérieux. Ils connaissent la route.
Ils
connaissent la route pour rentrer dans les villages. Pourquoi aller voir le MINAT pour demander la sécurité? Mais s'ils sont allés voir le MINAT pour lui demander les mesures d'accompagnement pour qu'ils puissent retourner dans les chiffres, c'est parce qu'il y a problème. Acceptons-le. Ils n'ont pas fui pour rien. Et maintenant, quand il dit qu'il y a, c'est une poignée, vraiment, si c'est une poignée, ça veut dire que la crise, il n'y a plus de crise. Mais nous savons tout ce qui se passe dans ces 2 régions chaque jour. Même quand le gouverneur lui-même doit se rendre, on a vu dernièrement l'installation des préfets. Ah oui. Comment est-ce que les préfets portent les pare-balles pour aller? Et lorsqu'ils sont même là, il n'y a pas la population. La tribune, ce sont les militaires. Et vous voulez que le chef qui a fui avec sa tête parte, rentre, rester dans sa chefferie, mais c'est impossible. Il n'a pas les gardes de corps assez sophistiqués. Voilà la raison pourquoi.
Non, il dit que c'est des professionnels, ils travaillent. Il y en a qui sont à l'étranger, il y en a
qui nous arrêtent ça.
Donc vous êtes en train de dire qu'il y a des secteurs qui ne sont pas les
il faut rappeler aussi que même avant ces réunions, n'est-ce pas, le MINAT avait déjà demandé que ces chefs traditionnels rentrent chez eux. Vous comprenez? Donc, avant même ces réunions, n'est-ce pas, on les a demandé de rentrer. Ils avaient dit que, franchement, ils n'étaient pas là. Si c'était dans le cas que peut-être 3 ou 4 ou 5 qu'on prétendent mon co-panéliste, je ne crois pas que le MINAT aurait sorti, n'est-ce pas, pour demander que les chefs rentrent dans les villes.
Même si c'est 3 chefs, on doit les
Monsieur Alain, j'étais en train de dire que, vraiment, soyons sérieux. Nous avons vu comment est-ce que même quand il y a des cérémonies dans ces zones à conflit, ils sont avec les vestes. Les préfets qu'on a nommés dernièrement ont été capables de prendre fonction. Si au niveau déjà du département, le préfet ne se sent pas en sécurité, ce n'est pas le chef d'un arrondissement ou bien d'un petit village qui va... Et vraiment, j'ai mal parce qu'on prend la défense d'un parti politique pour faire du mal à sa population. Si les chefs sont allés voir le MINAT pour demander un accompagnement en termes de sécurité, c'est parce qu'ils ne se sentent pas en sécurité dans les régions. Et vraiment, il faut comprendre ce qu'ils demandent. Sauf si vous voulez qu'ils rentrent dans leur chefferie, mettez à leur disposition peut-être 100 militaires, si c'est l'option militaire que vous avez choisie. Là, ils vont se sentir en sécurité et ils vont pouvoir vous accompagner dans votre processus. Mais si tel n'est pas le cas, ne mettez pas la vie en danger de ces chefs parce que nous, au Nord-Ouest, nous, on respecte le chef. Si les chefs étaient en harmonie avec leur population, que certains n'avaient pas embrassé la politique, parce que ceux qui ont fui là, c'est ceux qui ont embrassé la politique. S'ils étaient restés neutres, vraiment, c'est que même ces sécessionnistes et tout ça n'allaient pas venir s'installer. Donc, le régime les a exploités, et comme il les a exploités avec des objectifs politiques, il faut donc trouver les moyens de sécurité pour les accompagner, parce que si ce n'est pas le cas, ils connaissent la route.
Ok.
Non, je voulais juste dire que à l'heure qu'on est en train de parler, il ne faut pas qu'on porte trop les émotions à l'heure qu'on est en train de parler au peuple. Non, c'est pas ça. À l'heure qu'on dit que les chefs, quand même, disons certains, on doit connaître comment utiliser les mots à l'heure que les peuples sont en train de comprendre. Eux, c'est ce qu'on est en train de parler. À l'heure que vous disiez les chefs, une Camerounaise qui se trouve au nord va peut-être penser qu'on dit que toutes les chefs. Non, disons que c'est eux. On doit connaître comment utiliser les mots alors qu'on parle à les peuples. Alors je dis c'est eux. Alors je répète encore. Même si il y a 3 chefs de village déplacés ou même combien, le MINAC, le ministre de l'administration territoriale, a tout droit de les appeler. Même si c'est une seule chef, c'est important. Et c'est ça la vérité. Je ne dis pas qu'il n'y a pas un problème, il y en a. Je ne dis pas que tous les chefs de village, les chefs de certains qui ne sont pas là, je ne dis pas que c'est eux tous qui ne sont pas là qui ont affaire aux crises anglophones. Non, il y a une crise que certains sont déplacés, c'est ce que je dis. Mais à l'heure qu'on est en train de montrer, à l'heure qu'on parle des quantités de chefs qui ne sont pas là, c'est là où je dis que c'est faux. Il y a certains qui sont là parce qu'ils sont les professionnels. Il y a certains qui ne sont pas là parce qu'ils travaillent au gouvernement. Il y a certains qui ne sont pas là parce qu'ils sont les businessmen. Eux font les business, eux sont hors du pays. Et eux sont au pays. Donc on doit être réel alors qu'on parle à les peuples. Il ne faut pas qu'on dise du n'importe quoi alors que les peuples sont en train de nous comprendre. Et alors je finis. Oui, il y a un problème, oui. Mais il ne faut pas qu'on vienne faire les gens. Non. Il ne faut pas qu'on travaille avec les émotions des peuples. Non, c'est pas ça. C'est ce que je dis que non. Et
voilà.
C'est ça.
Kedjaroube, je reste avec vous. Hein. Tout semble, les choses semblent se dessiner hein, pour les régionales. C'est vous, parce que je vois là, il y a un dossier de candidature RDPC, vous avez déjà sorti les conditions pour. Mais il y a cet aspect-ci, les représentants du commandement traditionnel. Comment ça va se passer? On a vu pour les sénatoriales en 2018, hein, les conseillers qui ont été transportés pour aller voter. Comment ça va se passer avec ces chefs qui, pour beaucoup, ne sont pas là? Alors que la guerre, est-ce qu'il ne faut pas résoudre le conflit une fois pour toutes?
On est en train de résoudre ce conflit. Il y avait un grand dialogue et on a parlé de décentralisation effective. Et c'est pour ça qu'il y a une élection.
On a seulement parlé.
On a parlé.
Est-ce que c'est...
On a parlé, vous venez de dire, on a parlé.
Oh my
et vous
brother,
avez raison, vous avez raison. Vous avez raison. Non, vous avez raison.
Non. We should be honest.
Non, c'est ce qu'il
voilà les décisions qu'on a prises au grand dialogue pour une décentralisation effective. Et alors, c'est un des processus. When there is a problem, there are solutions that are immediate and there are solutions that is a process. Why then complain when they are putting on those solutions that is a process like elections? Then we don't want to solve the problem. We have people that are...
Comment on va aux élections alors que les armes...
That is the problem.
Comment on va aux élections alors que les armes continuent de crépiter?
Firstly, I would like to talk about the communique that you are saying that the CPDM... Yes. CPDM is an organized party. We are not like other political parties because they were not able to arrange their list in the legislative and municipal election, and on the eve of the election, they abandoned everything and ran away to start to go to Europe and turning around for lobbying. No, CPDM is not that type of party. We are organized. We arrange everything before the elections. And every other party has the right to do that organization. So you don't blame another party that is serious, organized, well-structured to do their own things. Now, coming back to the election which we are talking about, chiefs.
Oui.
I see say it. Majority of them are dead. True. Minority of them, they want to go back. And the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atangaji, which everyone knows is the highest Cameroonian, that I even think that after this crisis, a statue should be constructed of his name for fighting for the unity of this country. The minister, please. The minister is doing everything possible for these people to go back to their villages and participate in the election. We are not saying that there is no crisis, everything is 100%. No, that's not what we are saying. There is a conflict. We know the difference between a conflict and a war. It's still at the level of a crisis. And so elections will take place. There are different. That's why the African Union, the European Union, America,
dans quelles conditions?
They will call it this way.
Donc jusque-là, vous êtes satisfait? Vous avez suivi le SDF après la présidentielle d'octobre 2018. On dit que ils ont eu ce score-là justement parce que leur électorat ne s'était pas rendu aux urnes. Donc pour vous, tout se passe bien. Les gens votent normalement.
Excuse me, sir. Even that of CPDM was affected, and any other party. We should not create this illusion that it was only SDF that was affected. All political parties were affected. That's the first thing we should make.
Pourquoi n'avons pas résoudre le problème?
And we should also be aware that after the election, they revindicated, and some of the elections were cancelled in some certain areas and was recarried.
And
Respecting democracy. Even before the crisis, CPDM have been winning. We should not be hypocritical. Before the crisis, CPDM have been winning, and that's true.
Let's speak in French.
Oui.
Speak in English.
No, the issue is, Serge, when my friend speaks, I want us to be honest here, because posterity will judge us. There is one thing one man said. He said, you can kill all those who say the truth, but you can never kill the truth. When you stand on a platform like this, Equinoxua, which is one of the programs watched in the world, so far as Cameroon is concerned, and say that Paul Atanganji should be given a medal as to what you're saying.
Build a statue.
It should be given like a monument. Be careful. You can say things like this, maybe you will never go into your village. I know these things.
Stop working on
emotions.
emotions.
No, I'm not working on any emotions.
Stop working on people's emotions.
I want to say, no, I'm not working on emotions.
Talking about my village here.
Yeah,
Why should we talk about my village?
What I'm saying here is simple. That we know those who caused the crisis. We know them. And ironically, those who caused the crisis, instead of being punished, are being promoted. We know. Amongst them, the person is cited. But now, when you look at what is happening, Serge, that he sits here and says that elections should hold in the Northwest and the Southwest. It's an impossibility. It's impossible. Because elections, even if you go take people all over the Northwest and that you want to bring them down, maybe in Bamenda, or you carry all those who are in the Southwest and that you want to bring them in Boya, it will not be possible. The issue is this. If we are even where we are today, because I think that what we have been talking about...
Please. Vous dites que c'est pas possible. Est-ce qu'on a toujours... il y a toujours eu ce discours, mais le pouvoir en place vous a montré qu'ils peuvent aller aux élections.
No, that's why yeah. That is why
Est-ce que vous êtes sûr qu'avec les régionales, le pouvoir peut reculer?
No way.
Voilà.
The CPDM at the level of the regional elections has already had everything. Because let us be honest and say that the delegates will be voted by municipal councillors. And since the CPDM in the Northwest and the Southwest has all municipal councillors, it's true. Even when the SDF revandicated in certain areas like in Lebi Alem and in Menchum, they said, okay, hold elections again. The CPDM still won. It means that we are talking about people in the Northwest and the Southwest, all the representatives will be CPDM. Except, I want to give you now a general view. You come to an area like the Littoral, for instance, you will discover that the PCRN will have some few, somewhere around Edea and other areas. Now you go to an area like the West, in Noon, you will discover that the UDC would have some. So you look at it at the end of the day, everything boils around the CPDM, because the CPDM has an absolute majority. In fact, all the municipal councillors. Secondly, the CPDM has successfully pocketed traditional rulers who are no longer custodians of tradition, not all, some. Now,
donc ils sont au nord-ouest et au sud-ouest.
It's a CPDM, no doubt. No, you are not even, it's not an issue to look into. Because, let me give a case.
Donc, ils peuvent même passer temps à Yaoundé et à Douala, pour certains.
It is necessary. Even if they go, they have won. I want to give you, during senatorial elections like you cited, let us say things with evidences here. I watched these elections, senatorial elections, because it goes with a lot of money. Municipal councillors, after these elections, their lives are going to change. We have seen what happened during senatorial elections. I saw what happened. Municipal councillors who voted, for instance, in Donga Mantun that I saw, all of them were camped at the council hall, CPDM hall. You cannot take people who go and vote for an election and keep them in a room. What were you discussing? Let these people get, even when the crisis started. But if these people left with their consciences clean and clear to go to the ballot box, it's a different case. But when these people go now and you camp them in a room, first of all, there is this intimidation that comes from the different ministers. You must vote this. You must vote this. That is why they few, if one or two councillors of the opposition are bound to follow the majority. So to say it and clear authoritatively that at the end of the day, we shall be having the same problem. I don't want to go to what he said, because the major national dialogue is the cause of even this thing we're saying. It failed. It was a total fiasco. He knows. Kejera is my man, and before now he did not used to speak like this. I understand. So once you join, once you join a train, you are bound to follow how the train goes. If not, the referee, who is their political party, may give him a red card. So anything he's saying, I understand, but I want us to know that posterity will judge us.
Okay.
Children are dying every day. The Anglophone crisis failed. What they called a special status failed. You're coming with regional elections again. Which regional elections? If people did not vote, because those who voted, a majority who voted, these municipal councillors in the Northwest and the Southwest were uniform officers and civil servants. The real people who wanted to vote. Says if they give these elections, regional elections, and they just say, for instance, the situation is a bit calm, and that people should go back. Let not municipal councillors, let the people vote. You will see that the tides will change. But if it is municipal councillors and traditional rulers who are supposed to define those who become these regional delegates, clean and clear, the CPDM takes home 98%, while they may take the remaining 2%, give some to UDC, that is in the noon, and give Cabral Libi of the PCRN some in the Sanaga Maritime. That's all. Because the CPDM takes 98%. If not, wait and see at the end of the elections that what will happen.
Ok. Barista, il y a votre leader, Maurice Kamto, qui a fait une sortie lundi dernier et il disait qu'il appelait à une mobilisation de la population si jamais le corps électoral était convoqué avant que les crises qui minent le Cameroun ne soient résolues. Entre autres, il y a la crise anglophone.
Yes, we all know that the last organized municipal and legislative elections were all a sham. It was total corruption and everything. We know that the elections, municipal elections and legislative elections did not hold proper per se in the Northwest and Southwest regions. That was a local elections. Now, when you already have in mind that the municipal and legislative elections was a sham, and you proceed with regional elections, when we know that the regional election will have to be made up of delegates of divisions and then representatives of traditional rulers. Now, elections didn't hold in those two regions. We know that the electoral college for regional elections is made up of councillors, which we know that councillors were not properly being voted by the population because we don't know they are in refugee. We know they are in refugee camps. We know that they flee their respective regions. They didn't give their voices to, because what the truth is that they sat at the level of their regions, took, for example, Bengui. These are the list and they forwarded. We know that elections didn't hold in those regions because of the crisis. Now, when you want these illegitimate councillors, because I will term it illegitimate because they did not have the mandate, they didn't have the mandate of the people during the local elections. When you want these illegitimate councillors now to go and sit and vote maybe regional councillors, that is still another electoral sham. That is fraud. So, the leader of my political party, Maurice Kamto, is very clear and precise in his saying. The determined call that he has to make, I beg on Cameroonians to heed to it, because we will not continue with all this electoral sham. It's like they mask you with sand, make you to believe that something is happening, right? It is not. How do you tell me that elections, legislative and municipal elections, were organized in those two regions where we know that bullets and arms were fleeing from one area to another? Now, you are not even able to resolve the armed conflict which is ongoing. You are then heading now to organize regional elections. I think his tune was he has even waited for long, because another political leader in his own shoe will even have called the people ever since that the fraud that was organized within the presidential elections were orchestrated. But he stood to prove to the regime that during the organization of the legislative and municipal elections, we saw the balance of participation. The percentage of those who abstained from the elections was far superior to those who participated, just to tell you where the balance is. But as the regime continues in its continuous deafness, not willing to give, because they think that they have to do everything possible to conceive power, whereas power, you receive the mandate of people to govern, not the contrary. Why do you want to organize elections when you know that the people who vote are not those who were given the mandate? There is something. And should we continue deceiving ourselves that elections are going on in those two regions when we know that people are sleeping in bushes? People know that they have not given their votes to people. I think the call is timely, and the regime should take it as a serious warning. He is not calling for any civil war. He is not calling for either rebellion. He said the manifestations will be peaceful. When he says peaceful, he's not saying he's going to arm his militants or give them he's going to give them arms. The manifestations will be peaceful, and if the regime wants to provoke or use its repressive machinery to provoke militants, then they'll have to face it, because he has called his citizens for a peaceful demonstration. Should, in case Mr. Paul Biya convenes regional elections, he will be the one who have declared the marched, or he's pushed out from the seat.
Barrister Kamoa, depuis le CPP a décidé de ne plus participer à aucune élection tant que la situation est ce qu'elle est dans le nord-ouest et le sud-ouest. Le MRC a décidé pour le double scrutin de février dernier également de ne pas participer. Aujourd'hui, le professeur Kamto ressort pour dire non, voilà, il ne faut pas convoquer le collège électoral parce que la situation dans le nord-ouest et le sud-ouest n'est toujours pas résolue. Est-ce que vous voyez le régime en train de reculer?
Régime,
et il y a cette menace aussi qui vient cet appel du professeur Maurice Kamto.
Monsieur Serge, tout au long, je crois que vous avez constaté que ce régime, n'est-ce pas, agit sans toutefois écouter le peuple, alors que son pouvoir vient de ce peuple. Vous comprenez? Donc, on n'a aucune raison pour avoir élection au nord-ouest et au sud-ouest. Parce qu'on ne peut pas aller pendant une période de guerre, n'est-ce pas, et vous organiser élection.
Mais ils vont vous dire qu'ils ont fait ça à la présidentielle, ils ont fait en législative et municipale.
C'est pas la même chose. C'est pas la même chose.
Ils ont fait au sénatorial de 2018.
Alan, it's not the same thing. This is regional. It concerns the people, their life, their development is at stake. The presidential election, we can say that a party might not vote, a section that vote, the president wins from those votes. But this is regional, and it concerns the people, and they need people. They need the right people who can represent them in those areas. So it is unfortunate that the government does not listen to the people, because if this government was attentive, it would have known long ago that carrying on elections now will not really reflect the will and wish of the people.
Ok. Que dire, Robert? Sera un autre passage en force?
You see,
il y aurait élection, véritablement, malgré tout ce qui se dit là?
But when there will be an election, Maurice Kamto, political party will not representative, nothing. They now send out communique like civil society. There will be an election, and the election will definitely take place. You see, when a president of a political party goes in for an election, my brother here earlier said we should talk the truth because prosperity is there.
To judge us.
To judge us. When someone goes in for a presidential election where the crisis was at its peak, he did not say he will not go for election. When he has gone for his presidential election, he has failed. Now he says that he will not go for any election till the crisis is arranged. So he wants to use now the Anglophones for his own agenda. That is not politics. He should have his campaign, do what he can do. He has lost everything. He went for presidential election, he failed. When he was there for legislative and council election, since he failed in the presidential election, he decided that okay, his party will not go for it because he knows that it's about him. Now it is the one for regional. He still does not want everybody to go. But it was him that a few months ago he came out and said Cameroonians should register because there is unforeseen election that he was assuming that it was presidential, he could have gone for that one. But when he comes for legislative, regional, he does not want. No, that's not politics. They should organize themselves and they know what to do. But for me to be able to conclude this, I'm still saying it. You don't boycott you don't go for 2018 election. Then when it comes to regional, now you start to use Northwest and Southwest. That there is crisis there. 2018, why did he not say that there is a crisis? He is not going. People should not use those in the Northwest and the Southwest region because prosperity will actually judge them.
Yeah, let me just when there's this general call for people to register to the electoral list, it does not automatically mean that you are participating in elections. For you to register in an electoral list is for you to have, like they can say, acquire a national identity card, acquire a document that will permit you that if conditions, if environment or conditions are favorable for an election, you will vote. When they call for people to register into the electoral list, it does not mean that they are taking part in an elections. Remove that from your mind. The call that he made for people to register into the electoral list was for Cameroonians to be in conformity with our electoral law. And we are still saying that the present dispensation of the electoral code will only continue to produce electoral revendications. We saw how flagrant the electoral code was when we organized the presidential elections. All the parties said the code was poor. Election didn't take part in those two regions. For that at least he can accept that, because even they themselves, they said elections didn't hold in those two regions. When it came to legislative and municipal, it was very clear. And as a political strategist, we saw the participation percentage. We saw that people who abstained from participating were far off from people who participated. Just from that two balance, you already know
le
where...
SDF dit que moins de 2%.
Good. Even the SDF failed during the presidential election. We know the power, the potential power that the SDF had in the Northwest and the Southwest. But because of the Anglophone crisis, they came almost last. Just to tell that people in those two regions did not go for an election. Now, this legislative, they used their pushful method to go in for municipal and legislative. But for this regional, we say it's another fouled game. It is not possible because the electoral college, or what we constitute the electoral college for regional elections, are municipal councillor of a majority, which already illegitimate. Traditional rulers who are living in town, not in their village. So what are we talking about? How do you want Cameroonians to feel? Are you not seeing that you are pushing them too much? I think the call Maurice Kamto made it has its point. It is timely. The time is now. He has last month he asked militants or Cameroonians to mobilize, and this call he's making, it's not for his militants. It's a call for Cameroonians. People who think that there is a possibility or that the government is of bad faith to put an end to the Anglophone crisis, this is the time, because his conditions are there. Two conditions. They must put a stop on the Anglophone crisis, and they should consensually revise the electoral code.
Ok, merci. Elle est déjà là, Julienne Berthe Bissaï, pour le rendez-vous le plus attendu de la planète, c'est le 20h. Bonsoir Julienne.
Bonsoir,
Trois titres au journal ce soir.
Bonsoir Serge Alain, bonsoir aux nombreux téléspectateurs d'Equinox Télévision. Du sang a encore coulé sur nos routes. 5 personnes ont perdu la vie dans un accident de la circulation survenu ce matin dans la localité de Bizar, c'est au nord Cameroun. Que s'est-il passé? Élément de réponse à suivre dans le 20h. 3 personnes périssent dans un glissement de terrain en Ngouti, dans le coupé Mané Ngouba. Les riverains, abandonnés à leur triste sort, lancent un cri de détresse au pouvoir public. Et les populations du département du Faro et d'Eyo, dans la Damawa, vivent désormais la peur au ventre. Au quotidien, elles sont victimes d'attaques des bandes armées qui viendraient du Nigeria. Une récente attaque armée a mobilisé des hauts gradés de l'armée camerounaise dans cette localité. Et le 20h, Serge Alain autour, c'est aussi du sport. Nous reviendrons sur cette cérémonie officielle de remise des clés des logements des Lions Indomptables de la QV 90. Serge Alain.
Voilà, madame, monsieur, dans un instant, ce sera dans le 20h le plus attendu de la planète. Même avec Julien Berthe Bissaï. Et après, ce sera le débrief du journal, toujours en compagnie de nos 4 invités. Tour sur le plateau Equinox Soir, deuxième partie consacrée au débrief du journal, toujours en compagnie de Prince Joël Mokage, barista Tamfouricha, signor barista Kamalimen et Kedjarbe.
I want to make a correction.
Yes.
I'm Barrister Limen.
Barrister Limen.
Senior Barrister Limen.
Thank you. Barrister Limen.
Yes.
Il y en a qui aiment quand on ajoute signor barrister. Kedjarbe, dites-moi. 30 ans pour que ça se réalise.
You see, President Paul Biya, His Excellency President Paul Biya is a man of his word. He never ever failed what he promised to do. And so he told them he will give them, and he has given them. And so we should join them. We should join them to appreciate what they have received, what they have gained. We should be happy for them. We should not use it to start to criticize, bring history. All is that they have received it. When the head of state promised them, he did not give them a date that he will give them. So he has given them, we should appreciate it, we should be happy for them. We should not have bad faith to start to say, why is it after 30 years? Why is it like this? Why is the room like that? No, we should have good faith. They have achieved the fruit of their labor. They played for the state. Remember, the first of all went to play, it was an act of patriotism. They were serving their nation. We have military men that have saved their nation, they have fallen. They have not had a house. But they have served their nation, and after in their retirement, the nation still recognize them, call them, and give them a house. We should appreciate. There are people that have sacrificed more than what they did. But now they have had something. We should join them, support them, and be happy for them. It's not time to say it has made 30 years, the room. No. We should have good faith to say, thank God for them for what they have.
Well, you see how...
Un cadeau reste un cadeau.
Yes, it's
La
a
promesse
gift.
est tenue, hein, selon...
Yes, according to them, it's a gift.
On ne doit pas regarder le temps que ça arrive.
30 years after, to them, it's not a problem. We know how Eric Stephen Tato, who is of late, I think a few months ago, had it been he was alive to receive it, I think it would have been, if the gift was maybe given under a reasonable time, when the promise was made, maybe Eric Tato would have benefited. But today, his colleagues are rejoicing after 30 years. He is not more there. So you see, there is an injustice somewhere. Yes, it is true the gift has come, but in a reasonable country, for honorable and patriotic citizens, as he said, we saw how these people made us happy in 1990. Some of us were not even born. So if we have to wait for 30 years to be able to maybe appreciate them, to me it's too much. Then we still have to wait for another years for Cameroonians to come out from bondage, because we are comfortable in our situation. To me, I think when we have we are a young state, it's true, but we should make ourselves respected. Okay. We should not wait for so long, 30 years, when maybe some people have left this world already before you come and give them. And even what you give them, if I want to start questioning, they will say it's a gift, you were not waiting, you accept it. Okay, we accept, but when next you promise, make sure it doesn't slice. Make sure it happens, and within reasonable time.
Okay. He did not give a date, he promised them. He did not give a date, and he has given them. So that's what is important.
Okay. Barista, comme moi, pour vous, est-ce que c'est la même chose? Une promesse faite
30 years after.
En 90, dit que si on avait remis ces villas en 90, pendant que tous les lions étaient encore vivants, aujourd'hui, 30 ans après, est-ce que c'est la même chose?
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, because most of them have suffered. The ones who don't have houses must have suffered all these years when they had a promise made 30 years ago. And my worry...
They étaient obligés de payer encore des locations.
Yes, some of them who did not have. Because believe me, when I saw the house of our late captain, I was disappointed, not with him, but by the state. When he died, they showed his residence. It was not befitting for him. The state ought to have a state who made a promise 30 years ago to do something, would have even started by looking at the captain and see where he stays. Now, coming to the gift that I saw, it's not worth, to me. I'm disappointed with the quality of what I saw.
Il méritait mieux que ça.
Yes, to me, if they wanted to give, they made more than that. You not go and build, give them apartments in a building. It's like
logements sociaux.
Yes, like that kind of logements sociaux. As you really say, social house for the poor. To me, the government is not a good gift.
HLM.
It's not a good gift. I don't see a person like Roger Miller staying in that house. I don't see Bell going to stay in that house. So what purpose does he serve? Then
another thing for rent, because
another thing, Serge. It is true that these people brought us a lot of victory. They brought us good memories. But I want to think that the other Cameroonians who are in desperate need of just a piece of land, that the government should as well think of giving them those parcels of land for them to build their houses. So I think, first of all, the gift is not so beautiful as I wanted. It has come so late, and government should know that other people too have sacrificed in this country who need to be encouraged equally.
Prince Joel, pour vous, ça arrive 30 ans après. Comme m'a dit Baristan Kamoa, ce n'est pas à la hauteur de ces lions-là, ce qu'ils ont reçu comme leur villa, on va le dire comme ça. Vous vous situez où? Ou bien vous êtes comme Kedia Robert, un don c'est un don. Et il insiste, il dit que le président n'avait pas donné un deadline, il n'avait pas dit vous aurez vos villas tel jour. Est-ce qu'il a dit que ce sera après 30 ans?
No. We should be very honest.
Est-ce que le président...
After they played their game, they came back. They had their monies that they gave them. Nobody is talking about the money that they gave them.
Non, vous dites...
After they played their game, they gave their money. They are giving them their money. And now it's a gift from the head of state.
Kedia Robert, vous dites que le président n'avait pas donné une date pour ça. Et pourquoi 30 ans donc après? Est-ce qu'il a dit que ce sera après 30 ans?
What is important is that the head of state have fulfilled his promise. Okay. And all Cameroonians with good faith should be happy for them. All of you, first of all, say you are happy for them first before you start to say anything.
I think that when we talk about the 1990 team, it's true, like Barrister said, some of us, even though we were born by then, were young, but the memories are whole of this team. It's a team that many people, when they watch Cameroonian football, they still say, oh, where is the Roger Millers? Because it says these are people who played football when football was not money. These are people who played football when the objective they had was green, red, yellow. These are people who had Cameroon at heart. And to say that some of them, because it's a shame that somebody like Roger Miller, you are giving him 3 rooms, while a young guy like the Fabrice Ondoas, and this, let me talk about not only him, this new generation have mansions all over. And if you take somebody who fought for the nation when football was football, we're talking about people who played to the Maradonas. We're not talking about people who came when football was just a game of pleasure. That the regime in place comes and feels that they should be treated with 3 rooms. It's a shame. It's a slap.
Vous voulez combien? 10 chambres?
No. What is 10 chambres? It's too small. It's too small.
Vous voulez quoi?
Such at times, let us be honest. By giving them 3 rooms means that you're indirectly telling the people that they did not have where to stay. I would have preferred, let us be honest. I would have preferred a medal recognizing them for the good job they did. Yeah, I was preferred. The 3 rooms is nothing. I would have preferred something like a medal to say, okay, these guys are those who fought for the green, red, yellow in the 90s. And take it or leave it. Since these guys gave over to the younger generation, football in Cameroon has become a mess. We don't talk about football again. But when you come down today, you have people who have fought for the country. Serge, I have watched musicians, because it's still almost the same. I have watched musicians die even with a piece of land, they don't have where to bury them. We are thinking that when things like this come, it is for the regime to think that persons who serve Cameroon should have a way to honor them. Because a similar thing was done to Sierra Leone Itonde, the queen of the mountain. The government said, okay, since you're queen of the mountain, we'll build you something. If you saw what they did to that lady, behind Omisport there. It did not take up to 6 months. God, if there's still a structure.
Mais Kedia Robert va dire que c'est une maison.
No.
Vous dites la même chose pour Sarah et Tonga?
It is.
Une minute.
Yeah.
Vous allez dire la même chose pour ce qu'on a réservé à Sarah et Tonga?
She was given the house
Oui.
as a gift. When she went up to the mountain, she won her prize and she got her money. But her gift is a gift that had been given. People should not sound as if it was an obligation. It's a gift. When these players, they went and played, they came back. After getting their medal there, they came, and all of them that have been taking cups in Cameroon, they go to the Unity Palace, they give them their medal. Yeah. So they have always been rewarding them. And all the time they go and play, they come back, they give all of them their money. These houses that have been given to them is a gift.
Okay. Yeah, so I was saying that, Serge, when you look at what is ongoing, we keep saying that the government of Cameroon, instead of, we know what politicians gain in the twinkle of an eye. We know what a politician within the CPDM gets within 24 hours. That you take persons who serve the colors of the country. I watched at one time when Roger Milla went to these Arab Emirate countries. When they were interviewing, they even interviewed the French and they said, what do you remember of Roger Milla? I could see her make like this. Those are people who save Cameroon. And each time Roger Milla scored, he ran close to the green beard yellow and you saw the sign. That is the person you're giving 3 rooms. This government needs to wake up from slumber. Let's be honest. You cannot come today or giving him his honey with prestige. And then you even hear the way they are saying it. Chose pour me, chose fait. À quel moment? 30 ans après? It is so the government's waiting for 30 years to do that.
To give 3 rooms.
No, it is. Let's be honest, my brother, because we know what we are saying. And you at the end, when you see the budget that was signed for all these things, because we are just looking at the structure, but the amount, because we know what happens in Cameroon. Only even the ceremony today to hand over the houses. If you know how much the 2 different ministers, because a minister does not move for nothing. If you know what the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ketia Kotes, and that of Sport Professor Narcisse Mwele Kombi, if you know what it took them just to organize this event, it can build that thing 2 times. So you know what it takes. It's true.
Vous auriez souhaité qu'il n'y ait pas tout ce faste-là?
It is simple, Serge. If they wanted to honor these people, I want to reiterate that we have seen in other countries how people have been honored. They could name a quarter after them. It's an honor. Let me pass someone, they say, okay, this is Cartier Roger Milla. This is, from the president. It saves more than a building because that building is perishable.
That's your opinion.
Okay? It is perishable, but when you give somebody something that can reawaken even the children who watch them. I remember very well, it is now that football they play between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. I remember watching the Lions sometime at 2 a.m. People could not sleep. They stayed up to watch the Lions. But today, even when the Lions are playing at 4 p.m., people say, who is even watching? No, it's true. But if you have people served the green, red, yellow, and the government feels that's what they should get, we are only applauding, like my friend Kate is saying, we are applauding. Let them keep up. Bob Marley once said, you can deceive some people sometimes, but you cannot deceive all the people all the time. This time is coming very soon.
You see, there is one thing I want to make clear. All of you here, you know the numbers of millions that was given to them when they brought this cup. They gave them their...
No, ils n'ont pas remporté tout.
When they went to the World Cup,
final.
Yeah, when they went to the World Cup games, we know what they got. And all their games, they went there, they paid their due that belongs to them.
But they
gave them their honor of a medal that they deserve. Now the head of state decide that he will give them a gift. It's the decision now of the head of state to give them the houses. Why should somebody come and give his own idea that I thought that if they had a quarter with their name, it would be good for them? Why somebody will come and say, I thought that if they has gotten their house, they are happy. And so I'll be happy for them. Why should people have this notion of criticizing everything? You are criticizing that, okay, maybe the minister have gained something. They should have done this, they should have done... We should be happy. They have their house. We should be happy for them. The captain is no more. Thank God there is a house for his family and the family is protected. We should be happy for the dead man that the family has a house. We should see the positive aspect and not only be negative. What type of nation are we struggling to build when we are being negative? We should like to be positive. We should see things in a positive way. They have a house, yes. Are they fine? Yes.
We should see things. We should see things in a positive way. You gave a promise, you wait 30 years. Do you know that the head of state that you are saying of your party promised Cameroonians that they were going to organize the African Nation Cup in 2019? So do we still have to wait for 30 years for us to organize it? What is at stake here is the time frame he's taking to realize a promise.
2019, he's the one that brought Corona.
Which himself.
President Pope is the one that brought Corona.
Non, le Corona arrive après le glissement. Le Corona arrive après le glissement.
Talking about 2019.
Don't confuse the events. The same person promised that we organize the African Nation Cup in 2019. At the time, that was the promise he made. The time reached. It wasn't. So we have to, what you are telling me is that we have to understand that when he promises, we should wait for 30 years for it to realize. I concede that to you.
Whereas
now,
there is no certainty that you will be in power for 30 years. You see, when you make a promise and stay for 30 years and you do it now, it's just because by chance he's still there.
Good.
You understand? Normally, within the period of 30 years, he ought not to be the president. So he had no intention of even fulfilling what he did. Sure. Many people believe that this house was given to these people. The gift was given because the government was embarrassed when they saw where the captain was staying when he died. So the government just came in, and you see the house. Those houses were built for something else. Those buildings were built. It's not when he made the promise to give them that they built the buildings. No, Elizabeth. Whose house is that? That's where Tato is staying. No, this Anglophone should not talk again. They should not even come up with this thing. And so let us just go. Let me finish.
He's not taking it to be
the truth. Say, okay, since I've seen that Anglophones will start another Anglophone crisis, that first of all, the captain was sick. Song Bahana was sick and they rushed him abroad. Look at Tato, who was the captain too. He was sick and nobody did anything. Now look at his house. Anglophones will get up again. Say no, let's just come. Let us make something and give them a gift. You see, and that's what they did. Then they came and disgraced those people by giving them 3-bedroom house. They
politicize everything. Very soon you
so let me tell you, that promise at a last the period of thunder would have been realized. Exactly. And it's just by chance that the president is alive.
Now you are politicizing it.
After 30 years to give them. It is bad. It is bad.
Kedia,
happy.
Vous êtes quand même d'accord que 30 ans après,
il ne devait même pas être là.
C'est un problème quand même.
Monsieur, si je vous dis que vous donnez 500, je ne vous ai pas dit une date. Mais le problème qui est important, c'est que je vous ai donné 500. Elles étaient promis les maisons et on les a donné ces maisons. Pourquoi toutes ces histoires pour raconter du n'importe quoi, pour parler, monter, descendre? Les gens là sont fiers. On les a accordé ce qu'on les a promis. C'est bon pour eux. Ils ne pleurent pas. Pourquoi les autres maintenant pleurent pour eux?
Let me tell you, if you go deeply and ask those people who receive those houses, if they are happy,
have you asked them? Why should you have the bad faith that they are not happy? Why should you have the bad faith that they are not happy? Have you asked them? You not ask them. Why should you assume that they are angry?
It is not bad faith. I'm telling you what every reasonable person will tell you. You cannot come after 30 years. The search. To be very honest with you, I was expecting that even if it's just a villa, right, they should build a villa and you can identify that this villa is for this man, this one is for this person. It makes sense.
Yes.
You just come and take a building that you constructed to give to people and maybe win elections.
Donc pour vous c'est réducteur qu'on les mette dans qu'on appelle les HLM.
Non, c'est ridicule. C'est vraiment ridicule. Si vraiment on était sérieux dans ce cadeau pour les honorer, j'aurais préféré qu'on disent que le stade de Japoma, c'est le stade Roger Mila.
C'est ça.
Et les autres lions.
Oui, ou bien prendre, puisque dans l'équipe de Milan, c'est peut-être ceux qui ont eu des distinctions. Vraiment, soyons sérieux. Quand tu parlais de donner, ils vont mettre ça en location. Ils ne peuvent pas habiter là.
Mais quand ça
mais comment tu peux dire ça? Non.
Mais c'est quand lorsqu'on les fait cette don. C'est pour qu'ils aient au moins une maison décente pour habiter. Ça coûtait quoi pour aller peut-être construire des villas pour eux? Nous savons comment est-ce que même les maisons qu'ils vivent aujourd'hui, ou bien les jeunes générations qui sont aujourd'hui, peuvent habiter là. ils vont louer ça. Et ça a donc quel prestige de faire ce don?
D'ailleurs même, c'est un grand source de problème, n'est-ce pas? C'est une villa, immeuble. La gérance va passer comment? N'est-ce pas? Qui va gérer quoi? Vous comprenez? Donc, ça veut donc dire qu'il y a des choses qui partagent ensemble. Et
non, ils sont pas tous, je crois qu'ils sont pas tous dans le même immeuble. Hein.
Bien sûr, mais tout l'immeuble appartient à eux.
Non, c'est les appartements.
Bien sûr.
Tout l'immeuble.
Ils sont à combien? À 22.
Oui. Mais il y a un autre problème, hein, vous savez. Les autres réclament, il y a les coachs aussi qui réclament, ils disent que les joueurs...
Et je crois qu'ils méritent.
Les encadreurs réclament aussi. Hein.
Oui, on devrait les donner. C'est toute une équipe.
Kedia?
Si.
Les encadreurs n'ont droit à rien?
Even when they go for World Cup, even when they go for everything, those in the field, they have their own reward, and the others, they have their own reward.
Progressively.
Now, what is important
is that
les footballeurs et les encadreurs, eux sont partis, eux sont revenus, on les a payés, on les a donné les primes. Un point, un trait. Le chef de l'État maintenant a décidé qu'il va donner 22 joueurs quelque chose. C'est lui qui a décidé. Et ça, il le fait. Tous ces joueurs ont parti aux Coupes du Monde. Eux sont venus, on les a donné les millions. Regarde les millions qu'on les a donnés à l'époque là. Et après 30 ans, imagine le valeur de cet argent. On les a donné l'argent, il était bien, on a payé les primes. Mais après ça, le chef de l'État les a donné une donne. Pourquoi non, les Camerounais ne sont pas fiers que on a donné les frères un don? Eux sont là pour critiquer.
Non.
Soyez d'abord fiers.
C'est ce que nous sommes en train de dire. Nous disons plutôt qu'ils méritaient plus que ça. Voilà, il y a la différence. We are not angry that they gave them. No, we are instead angry that the quality of the gift does not befit them.
Et c'est là où il y a un problème. Si on leur donnait une maison, et toi tu viens, tu dis que tu pensais qu'on devait donner les noms à une star, c'est ce qu'ils ont demandé. Ils sont fiers de ce qu'on les a donné. Pourquoi vous êtes en train de... Attendez. Pourquoi vous êtes en train de penser ce que les gens qu'on les a donnés ne disent rien? Monsieur dit que si tu les demandes, eux vont dire que non, ils ne sont pas fiers. Tu es dans les cœurs. Pourquoi on doit faire les choses comme ça? Pourquoi on doit critiquer tout? Non, soyons un peu honnêtes. On doit construire notre pays. Il y a un don. On les a donné un don de maison. Ça énerve les autres personnes. On devait faire le stade dans un don. Même l'autre oublie qu'on devait leur donner les médailles. Ils ne connaissent même pas qu'on les a même donné ce médaille. C'est quoi? C'est quoi? Acceptons le don. Si une personne a donné un don, acceptons ce don.
I don't know whether it's intentional or not. But you're not saying exactly what we are saying. We are saying that nobody disputes the fact that they ought to have given them a gift. Nobody disputes. But what we are saying is that it came extremely late after 30 years. And in all honesty, Pobia ought not to have been in power for 30 years. So it just came.
What do you mean? No.
So they changed the constitution.
No.
They changed the
Say
constitution.
His Excellency. Don't
un dernier mot avant de faire le
Constitution.
tour. Rapidement, un dernier mot sur ces villas-là qui reviennent enfin en Lyon.
Yes, I wanted to.
On va revenir, on va faire un dernier tour sur les chefs.
No, if it is about the villas, the thing is clear.
Oui.
We could give them more than that. But as we are in a system of bad faith, because they promise you make 30 years, you are not even sure that at this time it was still even to be.
En français, on dit la promesse est une dette tant que vous n'avez pas.
Oui, la promesse est une dette, mais lorsqu'elle dure pendant 30 ans.
Est-ce que c'est une promesse?
Est-ce qu'il était sûr qu'il allait me trouver? D'autres sont morts. Donc, ça veut dire que
mais ils sont les ayants droit.
Mais ce n'est pas la même chose. C'est pas la même chose.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait donc? On ne donne pas à ceux qui sont partis.
Nous devons être sérieux. Si nous promettons que c'est je vais te donner, tu précises la date.
Ok, voilà.
Comme on a précisé, la CAN serait en 2019.
Oui.
Le jour arrive, qu'elle se tienne. Le jour ne doit pas arriver, on te dit que ça a glissé. Il faut attendre encore 30 ans pour organiser. Vraiment, soyons sérieux.
Voilà, on va donc terminer avec qu'est-ce que vous dites aux chefs qui sont encore à Yaoundé, voilà. Qu'est-ce que vous dites à votre chef?
No, an area I come from is strictly politicized. I would say authoritatively that is run by the CPDM, and that the chief has the cover or the umbrella of the CPDM, and irrespective of what is ongoing, I said it before now, and I'm saying it again, I'll say it tomorrow and after, that elections should not be what should be preached in the Northwest and the Southwest. You cannot be producing, or you keep doing the same thing. We have been doing this thing since 2016. It has not taken us anywhere. If we do it the same, because the same people that were voted, I'll give you an example, sir. The person who is ruling as the mayor of my area and as a parliamentarian were the same people since 2013 who failed the people in 2018. They were to take them off, but now they benefited from a presidential largesse some months ago. We're here. And in 2019 again, the CPDM has what they call party politics. The same people have been forced. A mayor who begins a small council market from 2013 for 7 years has not even done anything. It's the same person who is taking the people again till 2025. It's bad faith. And the same councillors who did not do anything are the same people now who are supposed to vote those who represent us at the regions. It is another problem that the CPDM is creating. And when you keep creating problems, as I keep saying it every day, you can kill the person who says the truth, but the truth will always remain. Okay. That is why people, I'll be honest with you, that is why a young party that was headed by somebody who was dynamic like Kenda Simon came, and you discovered that Kenda gave them, and the whole people were with him. But since the machinery of the CPDM is very good at stealing elections, at the end of the day, they still stole and they took it. Okay. That is why I said to round off, Serge, these elections of the region is very simple. At the end of the day, the CPDM will have at least 98%. They take the remaining 2. Like I said before, UDC take your share, UNDP take your share, Cabral be the PCRN take your share. But if the people were to really go,
on n'a pas mis le SDF?
No, that was
SDF will also have its own share in the ball game.
Okay, merci. Kedia Robert,
the people, all of us who went to the Grand National Dialogue, there in the Grand National Dialogue, we decided on decentralization. The process of decentralization is being put in place as Cameroonians demanded. We should accept it with good faith. And I would still like to turn to tell my brothers in the bushes, please, let's drop our arms. We are Cameroonians who will keep on dialoguing. I acknowledge the fact that there is a conflict and everybody accepts it, even the head of state knows it. But we need to move forward. Peace, when we are planting peace, we should have good faith and we should follow the step. Peace will not be built in 1 second. It is a process. As reconstruction is going on, please let us accept reconstruction. As elections are going on to bring the long-awaited effective decentralization which is being put in place, we should accept it and we should support the government. We should be patriotic and ensure that things go the right way. We only pray that as we keep on dialoguing, we'll always be dialoguing. In the 1990s, we dialogue at Fumban, we dialogue in Yaoundé, Grand National, we dialogue, and we will keep on dialoguing as loving Cameroonians, and we all should fix our country. We are alive today, we will go and we will allow our children. Let us make Cameroon a better place for our children as we continue to dialogue as children of Cameroonians to build our country.
Yes, I will say that Cameroonians of good faith, irrespective of their political sides, should massively adhere to the determined call, patriotic call, which will be a peaceful manifestation as advocated by the president of the Cameroon Renaissance Movement. If you think that things are moving well in Cameroon, don't come. But if you know that things are not moving well in Cameroon, because we have a crisis in the Northwest and the Southwest regions, which we know that it can be resolved and we are refusing to resolve it, we are only interested in keeping power or advancing powers. If you are able to identify yourself that there is a problem in the Northwest and the Southwest, and that any elections organized will lead to another electoral crisis because people will still cry foul. If you know that there is a problem within the electoral code, that it should be revised for consent, it should be revised consensually, and there should be transparent elections. If you find yourself, or if you are able to answer the question that there is a crisis in the Northwest and the Southwest, and that the electoral code is not proper for any election to take place, because we know that regional election will have to do with an electoral college made up of councillors which were not legitimately elected. Let's massively adhere to the peaceful call by the Cameroon Renaissance Movement. It's not a call for militants, it's a call for Cameroonians of good faith who believe that something is wrong and we should have to redress it.
Ok, on termine avec vous, Mr. Kama. Parce que vous dites au chef.
Moi, je l'ai dit. Je l'ai dit, il n'est pas parti. Si
c'est eux qui ont demandé, ils demandent qu'on les accompagne.
Yes, if they don't give them the military, they should not go. You don't go and risk your life, because when you die, it's only your family that will mourn and suffer that you're no longer alive. The ministers, when they go there, they go heavily armed and they protect themselves. So why should they be forcing the chiefs to go back where they know that the Amazonian boys are there to harm them? Nobody. Protect your life. If they don't provide you enough security, my dear chiefs, stay where you are staying, your life first.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Thank you,
so
Sir Shalem. Pleasure is all mine.
It's a privilege that you gave for pure English panel.
Ok. Voilà. Madame, monsieur, nous sommes arrivés au terme de cette édition Equinox Soir. La dernière édition, c'est demain, 19h. Bonsoir, Upstation, Diaré, Ennafta, Pameda.